This is Deb Mayan in the Western U.S. I'm thinking of people from all over taking actions for healing on so many levels, appreciating what we're building together. I invite you to get a little bit more comfortable, however your body would like to move, maybe a stretch, maybe changing your position. Attending to needs of the body. It's nice for the body and also a signal of safety. A sigh or a yawn may come. Now I invite you to connect to the present moment in your current environment, allowing your eyes to move wherever they'd like to go. They may land on something that's interesting, and just noticing any of those details. Maybe it's color, shapes, textures, patterns. Then connecting to the environment with the sense of hearing. When I'm quiet, what's a nearby sound you hear? And then listening for the farthest away sound you can hear. Then the tactile sense, the sense of touch. Your hands may be touching something or may like to, and may notice texture, temperature differences, the pressure sensors. Might feel if you push. You can notice all the areas your body's making contact with what's supporting you. Might push with your feet a little for that groundedness. And with that being held up, invite your muscles to relax a little, to let gravity bring them a little bit more down into what's holding you up. That relaxation. When we orient like this in an environment that's relatively safe, this usually brings a little bit more settling in the body, a little bit more calming. And as we go forward, I invite you to be aware of choices you have to feel into your agency, to play with finding what your system needs, In any practice together, I'll simply make some suggestions, and you find out what resonates with you in the moment. Or there may be something that appeals, but it's not the right timing. So you have all these options for trying things out. And there are ways to increase and decrease intensity to find what's best for you. If you'd like fewer words, you can turn the volume down. Maybe just hear the rhythm of my voice. If there's an invitation to close eyes, you can also choose to keep your eyes open. You can move if that helps. Just noticing what it's like to relax into that exploration. Finding what you need at any moment. I invite you to take a deep breath in and then an even longer exhale for the shift to the parasympathetic. Parasympathetic is the time to rest and digest, detoxify, and heal. Taking a few breaths in your own timing. Letting release happen through the breath may also be with a sigh, a groan, maybe a hum. Letting it flow in whatever way is good for your system. I invite you to focus on abdominal breathing. You may like to put your hands on the belly. Eyes may like to close to focus. Really feeling the filling up. Then exhaling so deeply that you feel some contraction in your abdomen. Breathing in your own rhythm. About 2 to 3 inches below the navel, in the very core of the body, there's an energy center called the Dantian in Chinese medicine as the main energy reservoir in Chinese medicine. You can imagine this breathing is like a pump, filling up the Dantian with more of this energy from the energy in the air, the breath. You can also imagine a line connecting from the Dantian down to the very center of the earth, down to a pure, pure core of energy. And with the in-breath, drawing in some of that energy. And with releasing, you can also imagine a grounding cord from your tailbone down deep into the earth. So along with the exhalation, you can release what no longer serves you, or if there's just a little more energy than your body can be with right now, can go down that grounding cord deep into the earth for recycling. As you think about the event you plan to attend, we'll first do this in a spirit of expectant waiting, of anticipating something with hope. And if there are some anxious thoughts, we'll come back to address them. If you've been to an event like this before, how about tuning into what felt good in it? Maybe that was going with someone you know and feeling that connection. Maybe it was feeling the hopeful energy of the crowd. Maybe you feel a little increase in energy and vitality from connecting to this memory. Maybe you feel yourself relaxing a little more, as if a person who is really safe and welcoming is on either side of you. Oh, muscles let go of a little bit more tension, spread out a little bit more. Maybe you haven't been to an event like this before, but you've heard from others how good it feels to be with others being authentic, who support all voices being heard, who gather courage together. Maybe you've seen images of people having fun, being silly, and I invite you to tune into the vibration of laughter and joy right now. You know, this joy, laughter, love, such antidotes to fear, right? A smile may come to your lips. Maybe a chuckle would like to come. And what about enjoying creativity? The pleasure in choosing colors and words. If you're making a sign, or maybe you're making a costume, or just picking out fun clothes to wear. Maybe you're going to a sign making party, or in your mind's eye, you imagine being part of one. Others sharing supplies and oohs and ahs over the colors and designs. You're well prepared in other ways. You have your water and snacks that will be easy to reach or in your backpack. Just like being on a hiking trail, you're prepared for whatever the weather may be. Just in case, you have your photo ID and you have some cash for anything that interests you. Maybe you have a mask and any meds you may need. If you take your phone, it's well charged. And maybe you've decided to put it on airplane mode or turn the biometrics off there. There may be some parts of you that feel some anxiety. Now's a good time to ask them about their concerns. You might ask them if they'd like some reassuring touch, that the calm self of you, connected to other people, is also connecting to them. Maybe with the hand to the heart. Maybe it's also feeling your feet on the ground or your body supported by whatever is holding you up now. May also think of supportive people in your life. There may be some words this anxious part needs about the relative risks of taking part in this event. And you are honoring the autonomy of this part, just like with every person, to speak their needs. You can ask them to say what else would help. And to let them know you're really working as a team. You'll take what they say, their concerns, into advisement. And you'll decide what level of risk feels okay overall. An anxious part may like to know it could be an option to not attend and to be a support person to someone else attending, or to play a role in sharing information, or to be a behind-the-scenes support person in some other way. This part might need the honoring of that they're recovering from some scary things, or the body is run down, maybe healing from an infection or on the verge, maybe healing from an injury, and really needs some more rest to do this all sustainably. So for right now, just listening to this meditation is what they need. Maybe some more time on a safety plan is needed. Some basics are in this meditation, drawing upon my own past experiences in a workshop by the ACLU. I'll put a link to the ACLU website section on Know Your Rights in the comments section. And for now, what about just coming back to the meditation? There may be some greater peacefulness just from having addressed concerns, giving yourself options. You may like to imagine the ripple effect of that, of more and more people slowing down to examine concerns, really giving parts inside and other people time to process and to respond. It may start to build some trust little by little from seeing how things unfold when people take the time to speak from the heart and listen to each other. If there were any concerns about counter demonstrators, maybe you can imagine a little of this energy going their way. But they have their fears, and someone is there to listen to them to de-escalate. And that doesn't need to be you taking care of every need. It can be fun to learn de-escalation and to be a peace marshal. And also that takes time to learn. Just knowing that as a system, more and more needs are met with the growth of skills. Right now, it's enough to know that whatever you contribute joins with the presence of others, the healing voices of others. And as you imagine gathering with others at the event, maybe you can tune again into that feeling of something good is coming. Maybe you can draw upon a memory of waiting for a special day. Might like to smile, even if it's fake at first. It helps us get into those associative networks in the brain. If it's hard to smile, you can just play with relaxing the facial muscles. You can massage them and just feel them relax, letting go of tension in the forehead, the jaw, or relaxation. And if you like, you could just raise the corners of your mouth a little. Little smile come in. You feel that pleasantly resonate in other areas in the body. And you can connect that to anything else that's a gesture of being ready to receive what's good. Maybe your palms upward, open to receiving the good. Also an openness to how things unfold, that we do our best, but not trying to control everything, opening to the unfolding. Even some gratitude, saying thank you as if it's already happened. Noticing the sensations that come with gratitude. Expectant waiting can have an aspect of longing. You could tune into a memory of that, being with the goodness of fulfillment. Maybe calling a companion animal, and they come running. Or the hug of a person you are waiting for. You can even imagine one of those joyful airport reunions with someone back from a long journey. Bringing this energy into imagining joining the event, this beautiful gathering for democracy, for fairness, for justice, for a lasting peace based on taking all needs into account. A little time in silence, seeing what pleasantness arises from your system. Now bringing some awareness of where your body makes contact with any surfaces. Noticing sounds you hear in addition to my voice. And opening the eyes, letting the eyes go wherever they're drawn. Noticing whatever's interesting about where they're drawn. Enjoying the details of that. All these aspects of this beautiful world we're in. Welcome back and have fun.